For this week's lesson, use conditionals in expressing arguments is our target most essential learning competency with the following learning objectives. First, identify the four types of conditional. Second, differentiate the patterns and uses of the types of conditionals. Third, construct conditional sentences from a specific situation. And fourth, use conditionals in taking a stand. Have your book, paper, and ballpen ready, your eyes and ears steady as we begin the discussion. Our topic is all about the different types of conditional sentences. Before we begin the discussion, let us have a short review about the previous lesson. What you're going to do is to choose the letter of the correct answer. I am going to give you 5 seconds for each item. Number 1. It is a sentence that has an if clause and a main clause. A. Complete sentence. B. Conditional sentence. Or C. Incomplete sentence. The correct answer is letter B. Number 2. It is otherwise known as zero conditional. A. Present real conditional. B. Future conditional. Or C. Present unreal conditional. The correct answer is letter A. Number 3. It is a type of conditional wherein simple future tense is used in the main clause. A. Present real conditional. B. Future conditional. Or C. Present unreal conditional. The correct answer is letter B. Number 4. A main clause is composed of blank. A. Noun and pronoun. B. Verb and adverb. Or C. Subject and predicate. The correct answer is letter C. Number 5. In future conditional, the verb in the main clause is in what tense? A. Simple present. B. Simple past. Or C. Simple future. The correct answer is letter C. Last week, we have discussed the first two types of conditional sentences. The first one is the present real conditional, which is used to talk about things that are always or generally true. It is also used to talk about scientific facts. The second one is the future conditional, which is used to talk about future events that are likely to happen. Here are the following examples for present real and future conditional. A. If you listen, you learn. B. If you listen, you will learn. For sentence A, the if clause is if you listen, and the main clause is you will learn. The verb listen is simple present, and the verb learn is simple present. In this example, the pattern is simple present and simple present, so this sentence is an example of present real conditional. For sentence B, the if clause is if you listen, and the main clause is you will learn. The verb listen is simple present, and the verb will learn is simple future. The pattern used in this sentence is simple present and simple future. So this is an example of future conditional. This week, we will discuss the remaining types of conditional sentences, beginning with the present unreal conditional. It is also known as the second conditional. It is often called the unreal conditional because it is used for unreal, impossible, or improbable situations. The formula for this type of conditional is the word if plus simple past plus the words would, could, should plus base form of the verb equals present unreal conditional. Let us look at the following examples. Number 1, if you heeded your parents' advice, you would stay safe. Number 2, if I were a millionaire, I would buy a castle. For sentence 1, the if clause is if you heeded your parents' advice, and the main clause is you would stay safe. For sentence number 2, the if clause is if I were a millionaire, and the main clause is I would buy a castle. The verbs in the if clause are heeded and were, while the verbs in the main clause are would stay and would buy. The next type is the past unreal conditional, also known as the third conditional. This type of conditional sentence is used to talk about impossible conditions. Impossible because they are in the past and we cannot change what has happened. The formula for this type of conditional sentence is if plus had plus participle plus the words would, could, should plus past participle equals past unreal conditional. Now, what are participles? When we say participles, these are verbs ending in ed. Examples are prepared, planted, and looked. Verbs ending in en, like driven, written, and shaken. Some verbs that change their spelling, like brought for bring, gone for go, and run for run. Participles use auxiliary verbs such as has, have, and had. Let us look at the following examples. Sentence A, if I had prepared for the exam, I would have known what to answer. Sentence B, if I had saved a lot of money, I would have visited around the world. For sentence A, the if clause is if I had prepared for the exam. And for the main clause we have I would have known what to answer. For sentence B, the if clause is if I had saved a lot of money. And the main clause, I would have visited around the world. The verbs in the if clause are had prepared and had saved. While for the main clause, the verbs are would have known and would have visited. It's now time to check if you have fully understood the lesson. Bring out your paper and your ball pen. Directions: analyze each conditional sentence. Tell what type of conditionals are they. Choose your answer from the table. Write only the code before each number. Use Roman numeral 2 for present unreal conditional and Roman numeral 3 for past unreal conditional. Example: if it hadn't started to rain, we would have walked to the museum. The answer is Roman numeral 3. Let's begin. Number 1, if I were stronger, I could help you carry the piano. Number 2, if we'd seen you, we would have stopped. Number 3, he would have repaired the car himself if he had the tools. Number 4, she would have come to the party if she had not been on holiday. And number 5, I wouldn't go to school by bus if I had a driving license. For more learning activities and performances, visit our official FB group, PSAT English 9 SY 2020-2021. Thank you. Have a great learning day.